when it comes to amplifier design, and I don't want to, I'm very long-winded, and I could talk for hours about these subjects. When you're dealing with solid...
I think everybody heard all your sermons on Channel 19 already. Oh, no, wait, he's trying to win the Super Bowl crowd out here. My bad.
What's called oversaturated, which means you have too much RF. All right.
Too much peak envelope watts going into the pills. It saturates the resistors because they're cheap. We know all about it, man. First things that go wrong in most amps, you open up the cover and you got the resistors by the pills burnt out. Come on, man. Who do you think you're talking to? Kindergarten? Try teaching Red Hook. You need all the help you can get.
I'm going to give in pill, say at 2879. Say it's designed for just make an example, 5 watt in, 100 out.
I got to get up to the bed before I go crazy.
It didn't exceed a quarter, 1/4 of its output. All right, 1/4 of its rated maximum output. So a 2879 should, ideally, you shouldn't drive that transistor no more than 25 watts. Dead key. This is written in stone. This isn't an opinion. If you look at
he's repeating what I told Mikey in layman's terms the other day about the dead key in the swing. I tell you, he wants to be me so bad. Hey, 314, do me a favor. Tell that Blahamo he could never be Richie Radio.
1/4 of 100, a quarter of its output. You follow me?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. And on the terms that you're using there, let me change the term. It's harmonics. They won't be doing harmonics. That's why they hear like a little man inside their body going. That means you're overdriving. You are abusing that transistor right there. So, I mean, that's what they're saying. Do like 2 to 3 dead key swings.
That's when you thought it was your conscience doing that shit.
So, if you got 4 don't be sure.
Right there, bird. Bird is the word. Stop the bird. Good morning, good morning. Love, love.
420.
Good morning, good morning. We talk over stuff in this guy. We have fun there. Wait a minute. Get me in. Watch us cut down. Get right here.
Right there, right back, bird. I don't know who it is, but I guess they thought the Super Bowl became a ham channel. Well, you know what happens with that? Hey, boogeyman. You know what happens with that? And the gentleman out there that commented Super Bowl ham channel, this is just constructive educational conversation, and if you don't like it, you have 2 options, my friend. You can either turn the channel or turn your radio off, man. I'm being constructive in my conversation. I'm not putting anyone down. I'm not bad-mouthing anyone. I'm just having an educated conversation. It seems like it bothers some people. Now, this skip out there, I'd gladly take it to another frequency. But to make it, criticize someone who's having a constructive educational, that can help people out here, conversation, I'm like, wow. That's why it is what it is on CB, man. And it has nothing to do with ham radio. This is radio, man. This is a general hobby. Listen, there's many of us got our license. We talk here, we talk there. It's all good, man. But just trying to help people, give them tips. That's all. I'm not any better than anyone else. But I notice when you have a constructive, educated conversation, it bothers cats out there, man. You should listen. Just sit back and learn something if you can, instead of criticizing. You rather have guys out here like 6ix9ine plug your ears, or Richie with his rhetoric, or would you rather have a couple of guys having a decent conversation? I just don't get it, man.
Oh, I just bumped up so they can hear me a little bit better. I don't know if I sound good or bad. Well, like you said, when people talk crap and they talk nonsense and BS and homosexual conversations on the Super Bowl, for some people it's okay. Well, I guess my English is messed up. My accent. Even out of Mexico, I don't know what it is, but hey, now you can hear me a little bit better. If I bother you, I don't know what to tell you, man. But I don't hear no skips over here. I don't hear no skips at all. Hey, 250, how do I sound?
Yeah, sure. A whole lot of audio. Hey, Boogeyman, you back it down a little, man. You sounded way too loud. Distortion at its finest.
How about now? Still too loud?
Yeah, I hear a lot of background. A lot of background.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to put my 48 fill on.
Shut that monster off.
I hit wherever back out, though.
Shut that monster off.
Much better right there.
Hello, Birdman. Hello, Birdman, buddy.
Break your ears.
Hello, Birdman. Hello, Birdman.
Oh, yeah, bótala para tu casa, right? Throw it in the garbage, but in front of your house, you can pick it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on.
What's going on, man?
Oh, yeah, I'm over in New York now. Boogeyman, Birdman. Wait a minute.
Good morning, Mr. Birdman. Good morning. Buenos dias, Birdman.
Well, yeah. How's your buddy Superman over there?
I don't hear Superman in this morning.
Yeah, I heard him a couple of days ago. Yeah. But one day we'll be back over there.
Stand for Mr. Birdman. Boogeyman on standby.
Where you going, Birdman? Stay here. We need you in New York, Birdman. We need you here.
Yeah, when the coronavirus is over and my girlfriend comes back, I'll be in New Jersey. I'll get up on... Hey, Senator, I'm on, oh, dang it. I forgot what street I'm on. Oh, let me see something. East New York Avenue, you know over there where I made that left and the right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, just letting you know, sir. Sir, I'm just letting you know.
You don't even know where you at. Boy, I'll tell you.
I knew I was there, but I forgot his name. I thought it was Stanley. Oh my God. No, that's East New York.
Boy, oh boy, I don't know, man. You must be really dirty today.
Man, I closed the window. I made sure I closed the window and I brought my spare key.
All right, see? So you don't have to rush back home.
You're right about that. That mirror closed. I mean, the window closed. I mean, what do you call it? The skylight. The skylight's closed. Break up.
We're going to get you some ginkgo. We're going to have to get you some ginkgo. You're forgetting everything, Daddy. You're forgetting everything. Now you're forgetting how to talk.
I ain't forgetting go to Queens and have the ring. I ain't forgetting about that.
Oh, no, you can do that with a passion. You can do that inside of 5 minutes.
Oh, where's that? Come get you. Oh, Lord, gotta go solo. I'll talk to you later, sir.
Okay.
Go with me. I ain't with you. I know. Just hurry up.
What they're going to be talking about next, so they can get the kids on the Super Bowl.
So, what you ate last night? What you ate?
What we got from the Army.
Yeah, 10 vote.
I just packed what was left of the other stuff up and put it in the fridge. I might eat it either today or tomorrow.
Yeah, 10 vote. Yep, I hear you, sir. Hey, sir, I got one more question to ask you.
Well, ask all.
How many pieces you got left of that liquid?
I only ate 3.
You ate in the car already.
No, I didn't. I ate 1. I ate 1. I put it in half. That's why you saw me eat it twice. I only had 1 piece in the car.
Oh, Lord. That's all one. You sure 1?
Yes, I got more than half of that left. I'm not eating like that. I told you, I have to exercise some form of control, man.
Yeah, I need control because I couldn't get in the back yesterday.
I told you what to do. You just don't want to do it.
Oh, Lord.
Because they run their mouth. 7 seconds. And they run their mouth for another 20 seconds trying to get it. And they don't stop. Oh, in time fighting dogs. I'm quiet. There's no real heavy where I'm getting down. Two things. Turn my station. Shut off my radio. Saludito. Hey, Surfer. Surfer Ray. What's going on? What's going on, audio? I mean, all right? Oh, ain't nothing going on. I was just checking something. How does things sound there, Brady? Sound good, buddy. All right. Careful. What's going on with today? Did it tighten up right there, Brady? Huh? Did it get tight right there, Brady? No. Alright, I gotta do some changes. Alright, appreciate it, dog. I'm out.
You can come down, sir. You can come down.
On my way.
They cleared up a lot.
I hit you on the 21. No, I'm driving. I'm just cleared up a little. Call me later, Timber. Alright, 410. Damn, I wish I knew you was going that way. Alright, I'll let you later. Yeah, it's not right. We're getting on. Oh, wow, that's a whole lot of TV. It was just like, clear. Hey, 314, what does it sound like right there? Hello, It's much better, brother. It's much better. 10-4. I figured it out. I know what's wrong. Your connectors is loose, right? Nah, I changed the amp, man. I gotta go into one of my amps. Listen, I mean, I'm not criticizing or nothing, but the way I use my equipment, if I got full bill, I try to get 450, 420 out of it. I don't try to get no more than that. If I want more power, I just get more pills. Because you're comfortable, you just like cruising on the equipment. That's just my opinion. No, I do it that way too. It's just something different I'm doing here. I know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? It's a different mobile, thing set up different, so it's not the same like the other mobile. So every mobile is different there. 410. Different mobile, different radio checks, and you'll get it together. But that's how it is. But we here to help, I appreciate it. No diggy, no doubt. Appreciate it. All right, I'm back out. You're welcome, amigo. Let me go determine some wrenches up in this mobile. I'll be back. Hey, Enforcer, I got the third one. A combination of my drum thing that I built, the LEM, and a combination of Mr. Coily. I took the Mr. Coily base, I took his coil off, his isolator off, and I put my own thing.
All right. Hey, if that's what you did, it's working, man.
And then I had the fuel meter. I was outside, I had a radio keyed up, and I was checking on the field, how the antenna is getting out. I got good results.
Hey, let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with experimentation, man. That's why I make dipoles. I just put up a dipole recently. I'm not using it now, man, but it gives you such different characteristics in your signal, man. When I'm on my dipole, I hear things that I can't hear when I'm on my vertical, and vice versa when I'm on the vertical. It depends. That's why people, when they want to shoot skip, they go on the flat side. There's reasons for why you have polarization. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's all good, man. Hey, listen, it's good to learn, to experiment. That's how you become better in your skill, in your craft. You know what I mean? That's how you become proficient in your hobby. Don't be afraid to change something. You know what I mean? If something's not working and you have understanding of what you're doing, then you should make changes. That's what the hobby's all about, man. You don't have to be a ham radio operator to do these things. Listen, we all have to start from somewhere, man. They say you gotta crawl before you can walk. And that's true with everyone, man. including myself. Nobody knows everything in this world. You got to learn. We all have to learn, and one way of learning is experiment. Something's not working in a certain way, you change it up. If that don't work, you keep changing it, man, until you get it right.
That's why I accept constructive criticism, even the bad criticism I accept it too. And then I study, what's wrong. But I remember when I first started, bro, for like 3 years, I didn't know the difference between an antenna, Antenna 99 being tuned and pre-tuned, and I thought I was tuned to 100%, and I was having crapping. I had 100 feet of LMR 400, and all I needed was really 35 feet distance, and the rest of the wire was not even coiled, it was just thrown like a snake traveling all over. And then I was wondering why I was shutting off my cable boxes in my house every time I keyed up, in the whole building, and why I was coming to the PA system on the church every Sunday, and I was cursing in Spanish until they came and knocked on my door one day.
Oh man, they must have thought that was Lucifer talking. But yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, it's always good to use the minimum amount of coax that's needed. If you need 35 feet and you have 100, that's way too much. You're just wasting RF energy right there. But no, listen, you learn, man. No, like I said, hey, Boogeyman, nobody knows everything out here, including myself, man. It's something I could learn, something you could teach me, I always appreciate it, and vice versa, man. Listen, that's what radio's about, man. It's not about who's got the bigger carrier, who's got the loudest audio. It's about learning the hobby, man. Having decent conversation instead of fighting, calling everyone names, or this homo shit that's always being spit out there by certain individuals. Listen, it's a hobby, it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I said, you can get so much out of it if people just concentrated to actually focus your energy on positivity instead of criticism. But you're right. Listen, negative and constructive criticism is very helpful. And when I say a certain thing is off on your radio, don't take it like I'm putting you down. If you tell me 250, you got something in your background, or you got something, a buzz or a squeal, I'm not going to start yelling at you saying, no, what do you, I'm going to say, oh, all right, let me check my station. If you hear something I don't hear, then maybe there's something I got to do to correct it. But, yeah, and that's why I really don't give radio checks like I used to, man, because people take it to heart, and they feel like you're putting them down, and their ego gets involved, and, it is what it is, man. But it's a great hobby, man. Let me tell you, Boogeyman, I have to tell you, you've been doing this for a while, like myself. And, I always try to help people out any way I can, But a lot of times it's something as simple as a jumper. A lot of times it could be something as simple as a connector. I remember I bought a pair, and I usually don't do this, of commercially made jumpers from a reputable company. Unfortunately, they were crimp-ons, and they were commercial crimped connectors on a good set of coaxial jumpers. And believe it or not, that damn thing, one time, it just, I accidentally grabbed to move the jumper, and the whole coax came right out of the connector. And you know what? It's just part of life. You live and learn, man. I mean, I've always soldered my own connectors on, don't get me wrong. But, sometimes you don't want to go through getting the soldering station out. So I ordered a jumper. And, this is what happens, man. Sometimes you got to do things and do it yourself. You think because you buy a set of jumpers from a commercially reputable place that it's done correct. Not necessarily the case. Hey, Boogeyman, I got some texts coming in. Not the state of Texas. Texts on my phone. I'll be back. 250 off the key. I got some texts coming in, man. I got a bunch of texts. I got to see what it's about. Let me see. I'll be back. Hey, Vader, top of the morning to you, brother. I'll be right back. Hey, Boogeyman, I'll be back, brother. Hold it down. Hey, Vader, you know how I do, Vader.
Boogie, right back. Buenos dias. Hey, Woody. Shy guy. Hello. You two have a good day. God bless you, man. Shy guy, God bless you too.
soaking wet, baby, dripping wet. Daddy's home. Listen to how silent it is out here. Your hole in the wall, Brooklyn, New York chop. The main man with the master plan, the Midas touch, the knowledge and the know-how. The hole in the wall, Brooklyn, a.k.a. Pistol Grip. Pistol go bang.